It's time for Tim's Selfish Questions.
So for Tim's Selfish Corner, I have a million more questions for you, but this seems like a good place to ask. So let's say you have a property, theoretically, of course, it's obviously my property we're going to be talking about, that sometimes cash flows, sometimes doesn't. So it's a multifamily. And like you said, there's all these weird, sometimes gas is $500 a month. Sometimes trash pickups more. Sometimes you got to clean the hallway. Sometimes there's shared electricity, blah, 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 blah. There's turnover. There's all kinds of stuff. Sometimes it's fantastic. Sometimes you're like, why do I even own this? Do you hold on to those, or do you what's your first thought when you hear that? Do you cut ties immediately? Do you balance out the monthly average, or what do you think?
So that's a great question. So I'll answer it kind of two ways. So for the 15-year journey up to financial freedom, I didn't sell anything. I exchanged, but I didn't sell anything. Right. So I never looked back then. But what I really adopted now, after we retired, is we do evaluate our portfolio every year. We look for the problem properties. And a problem property is really one of two things. One is, were our expectations wrong, right? Was there something in our calculation that we missed or has changed since we did it that makes our 10% or whatever we were looking for unreachable? That might be reason to sell. The second one is, if it's just a bad performer, the area is turning and you don't see better days ahead, we will sell. So what I'm saying now is, now I truly do believe trimming a portfolio is a good idea, because instead of limping along and, net at the end of the year, you make or lose $1,000, some months bad. Typically today, especially, you could sell that at a premium and then either 1031 or redeploy that capital somewhere better. And you are a smarter investor today than you were when you bought it. So you would think that you would use that capital better. So I don't know your portfolio. I don't know where this sits, but if it's like the one that always causes you heartburn, I have definitely adopted the model. Because what I saw, and I just did this, I sold a triplex to a duplex and a house in the back that never met expectations. And we deployed that capital elsewhere, and we're much happier. And oh, by the way, it's not like my life sucks now, but removing that one problem property has removed like 20% of my headaches. It's like, God damn, I should have sold that before.
Yeah, that could not have been a better answer. That's perfect. Yeah, no, thank you. That's super helpful. And probably my wife is going to love to hear that. And I'm going to. It's just that one.
If there's anyone listening who's interested in a triplex in Baltimore,
we got one coming
on the market soon.
It's a deal.
And I think that last part you said is super important. Like when I think about my portfolio, it's solid. Like I love all my property. Like where do 90 it's 20, 90% of my headaches come from one property. Like
sell it. There's no question. Sell it.
Yeah. Okay.
Quality of life, redeploy capital, reduce headaches, make the wife happy, which doesn't suck.
You can't lose. Can't lose with that.
Done.
Yeah. No, genius. All right. Michael, would you like to buy a triplex in Baltimore? Two birds with one stone. I was trying to get it all done. One call. Oh boy.
Well, Michael, thank you so much for your time and for sharing your story. Is there any, anything as we kind of wrap up, things that you haven't gotten to say that you feel like you've already shared so many different gems. We're going to put links to your book and YouTube channel and website and all of that, but anything else that you want to throw out there as a little more value add?
Really, I just want everybody to believe it's possible to have a better future, right? There's a lot of people struggling, a lot of people wanting, but it's there. The path is pretty well worn with real estate. If you do the work, you sacrifice, you live below your means, it's amazing what can happen. I really do believe that you compound daily habits. And if you just execute daily, it's a logarithmic graph, right? It just gets so much better quickly. But if you kind of do it and then stop and then do it and stop, it's actually negative, right? You actually have negative compounding because you get used, get all distracted, and what you thought here is over there. And it really is focus and daily discipline. I'm truly lucky that that's my superpower, that excites me every day. And I don't dwell on the fact I wrote 250 offers and got nothing. I think about the next offer being the one.
Nice.
So just keep moving forward.
I love it.
It's so good. Yeah, that's awesome. So many gems today. I could talk to you for another 6 hours, but I know you have probably more important things to do than talk to the REI concierge on their podcast, whatever.
No, it's been awesome. It's been awesome to have you on the podcast, Michael. Thank you so much. And again, we'll put links to everything in our show notes. So anybody that's listening, please check out those show notes to get direct connections to Michael's book and YouTube channel and website and more. So thanks so much, Michael. We really appreciate it.
Thanks. It was fun.
All right. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the REI Concierge podcast. As always, we would be honored and privileged if you share it with a friend and left us a review. Until next time.
Happy real estate adventures.